Hello there, I'm Hill, and welcome to some Thrones of Britannia. We're starting a brand new series for this lovely game. I am enjoying it a lot. It is like a slimmed down version of other Total War games, but I love the time period. I've already got one series going right now, of course, as the Wessex, this guy. Let's go on the other side and play their enemies and play Northymbre as Guthred. This is a harder start because we have disloyal characters. Now, this start is all about... well, Halfdan Ragnarsson died unfortunately last year, so Guthred's taken over, but he is still a Viking. We get 150% income from raiding and sacking. We also get a morale boost when fighting against Anglo-Saxons, and also Her King. The king of the Danes here in Britannia must play a delicate game to stay at the top. Find the... I don't know what the accent was. Find the balance between appeasing the English and your army. And then we have, as Northumbre, Ragnar's Legacy. 10% charge for all units. And we have very strong axe infantry, which is very cool. I'm going to stick to... I am tempted to go between hard or very hard. I'm not going legendary. I'm going to stick to hard difficulty because I'm experiencing the Civil War issues are very interesting. So it's very interesting to see exactly what happens. So we're going to stick to hard difficulty and see what happens with this lovely fighty fight. Oh, I'm tempted to go into hard because campaign, it can get pretty difficult when you go very hard. You just get like endless battles. I'm tempted to go very hard for battles. We'll stick to hard because then it's like, it's just general fighting. All right, cool. So campaign settings, 60 minutes, victory objectives. Conquest victories, of course, fame victories, and eliminate the Viking invasion fleets. But that's me, isn't it? What? Who knows? Let's do it. Go through Northumbre in hard difficulty. Let's do it. I'm excited. Let's do this thing. Have a cool cinematic.
Ragnarr died here, killed by an English king. How fitting that we now rule his lands. For 10 years, the great army ravaged England before we settled the conquered lands of Northumbre. We have carved out a kingdom of our own, on an understanding between Viking and English. But it is a fragile alliance, requiring the right king to lead it. If we remain strong, all of England lies open before us. If not, we will follow Ragnarr to his grave.
Yeah, graves. Okay.
No one knows how long the current peace will last.
Okay, this time I'm going to build up my strength properly.
Hostilities to build your strength. Combine Viking might and English resolve to make Northumbre
the portrait is so weird looking.
The greatest kingdom these isles have ever known.
Yeah.
One of your armies is based at your capital as a defensive force. Your other army is ready to deal with the rebels in the north.
Are there always
rebels?
rebels?
This army must be put down before you can expand your reach.
Okay. Mission issued. Eliminate the rebels in Donholm and gain internal stability. Sounds good. So let's take a look at our situation. We have a decent-sized little empire. We have Efrik. We have a grain exchange market. So, I mean, I need to learn a bit more about the way individual building construction works. Basically, you have market, towns, industry. So, market, industry, and a couple other things that influence income. And so, you want to make sure that things are specific to like that region. So, this region, evidently, market has 10%, and yeah, market 10%, market 10%, and market 10% because we have Martyr's Mint. So maintaining marketing is very good. Unfortunately, these bloody things are my vassal, it looks like. Holderness, that's very annoying. I don't want this. What is all this? I've got these weird vassals. Are these my vassals?
We cannot. My heart has room for you and your
yes, they are my vassal. Okay, that's annoying. I don't want a vassal. I hate vassals. Leave me alone. I should just kill them. Okay. And alongside that, we also have Lodis, which again is market, and then also some industry with a little bit of food. We don't have a huge amount of food. Only 30, so we need to watch out for that. And then over in Kithria, here we go. So the long hall, the great hall, which is replenishment chance. We need to make sure we have a lot of these. And then we have tide halls. Tide halls for food production and siege holdout time. And also production of farms. So I think as we start to expand our reach in this area... We own this, don't we? No, it's Northylords. Who are these guys? So these guys are Egbert, a different dude entirely. We are in trade, but we also have they also have vassals. So we're going to want to probably fight them. We are a bit stronger than they are, and they despise me. So they're definitely going to be like the major faction that fights us. So we have the king here, Guthrid, with elite sword infantry. We have some Northumbrian Thens, a retinue spear infantry, and some crappier spears, and a little bit of levy axemen and 2 crappy bowmen. So it's going to be an interesting battle because we're quite weak, but we'll make it work. Alongside this, we have a defensive force of a couple basic spearmen and an archer with, I'm assuming, just my heir. The troops we can recruit, the spearmen, Northumbrian Thens, some kind of crappy swordsmen, but then look at all the axemen we get. Long axemen, kettle axemen, but then we get shield biters and huscarls. So our mid-game, our axemen is going to be fantastic, but our early game infantry is probably limited mainly to these spears. These swordsmen do a better, but we have very few of them. And some decent cavalry, so I'm quite happy with that. And, okay, archers. Alright, that's fine. Dane Geld won't save you. I like that a lot. We have a decent amount of cash. I'm pleased with that. This has low public order for some reason. Why do we have such low public order? Buildings and characters. Rebellions can occur. Current chance of rebellion is 5%. Well, Manchester does need to be maintained, I think. And here's a farmer. I wonder... This unfortunately does not improve that. And the tithe hall, oh, that's why. Makes people a little bit unhappy. Generosity demands of the masses ensures that God's generosity is maintained on earth. So a tithe hall, everyone holds grain together. So that's not so great. We might want to try and raise an army at some point from here. That might be a good idea. Let's take a look at these. We have a couple of different things along the top. We have War Fervor, of course, which is appetite for war. We have Herr King English. Okay, so this is interesting. It would appear that the English are placated for now. Everyone else is probably safe as a result. Increase English happiness by occupying settlements and ransoming warriors after battle, as long as the enemy aren't English. Oh dear. This happiness naturally declines as time passes. So, War of English factions, occupation, battles. Diplomatic boast towards all factions, and diplomatic... So I don't care about that, though. And then we have Herr King Army. Okay, so it's basically the English or the army. A strong, confident force is far less likely to loot, pillage, and generally abuse the local population. So increase the army's happiness by sacking settlements and taking on warriors after battle, and it declines. So you want to maintain their happiness as a kind of combined thing. Leader influence of 4. And Northumbria. Alright, cool. So we need to build up a bit of an economic base, basically. Pretty standard stuff. Happiness here is not looking so great. So Martyr's Mitt would actually increase huge amount our tradable income. This would increase fur production. I don't have hunting villages. Oh, this is not very well optimized, is it? This reduces my food production, but increases my market, trade, and supplies. I think this is probably going to be a good idea, but then it would make everyone a bit unhappy. So I guess chucking a Martyr's Mint in here is probably best, because it would increase my fame and my tradable resources as well. Over here, we have some churches. So the church would be quite good. It increases happiness, makes them not as salty. And this just increases iron and extra cash from income. Ooh, all units province-wide for upkeep. That's pretty good. It's kind of annoying that I can't do anything for Manchester. They're probably going to rebel at some point. It's kind of frustrating. Doncaster over there. Hey, Doncaster! The YouTuber I know lives around there. So, we're going to need to be a little careful about this. I think we are going to want to... Oh, problem is we don't really have much money. We're also going to need to train up some more soldiers as a defensive force. Aren't we? Troubling. Very troubling. We are very limited. We will give them an extra bow and a couple axemen. There we go. Might as well try and get some kind of army. Let's do it. The unbreakable wall. I believe in you, boys. Let's go.
Massacre them.
Go kill these rebels first. Now, it's not an overwhelmingly great victory. We're going to take a lot of casualty. Well, we are able to outskirmish them, but their general has a unit rank of 3, and they have cavalry when we do not. That's not good. Okay, we're going to need to be super careful about this, because this is actually a bit of a troubling prospect for a battle. Obviously, I have one more command than they do, but their infantry. I have better spearmen than they do. And I also have an axeman, so I should be able to do fine with regards to the actual fighting. But their bowmen are going to prove a massive problem. And their cavalry are going to prove an issue as well. Are they scout cavalry or not? I'm probably going to need to keep... I'll use the... No, I need to keep one spearman in reserve to protect. I'll keep the my general and a spearman. No, I'll use the general and the fighting force. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep the royal thens back, the royal spearmen back, protecting the archers, and I'll have this spearman, the axeman, and the general fight the main force, with the archers providing supplement, which is just the cavalry that are seriously going to be in trouble. We gotta be super careful about this. Oh man, it's not going to be easy. I'm probably going to need to march with the weaker spearmen ahead of the ranks, so that they take the majority of the shots. Good old arrow fodder. I decided to live worthily as long as I lived, and to leave after my life to the men who should come after me the memory of me in good works. Well, you enjoy that. I mean, we outnumber them, which is good, but it's the cavalry that I'm very concerned with. The fact that we lack any form of cavalry support is very problematic. It's very problematic indeed. Oh, okay. It's actually hard, the fact that it's so... Like, the first rebel army is actually pretty powerful. They're just scout horsemen, that's good. So they have poor armor. We can wreck them pretty easily. Thing is, we have these guys. So these guys are much better. They have really good shield, really good armor, really good morale. 10 more melee attack, 10 more melee damage. A huge charge bonus too. Almost as much as the axemen, actually. But they're going to be the main guys you fight. Rain, no thank you. We need to have skirmish availability. There we are. Good, dry. Okay, so we're going to need to do this very carefully. Spearmen will need to make up the first section. Then the general on the left flank. And then axemen on the right. There we go. And then archers in the rear. Good. With the other spearmen. Oh, no I don't. With these spearmen along the rear as well. Let's do it. Bit of a weird line, but we'll make it work.
Goodness, our infantry may inflict great damage at it.
What up? Let's go. We've got to use these guys as arrow fodder, unfortunately. Now, it doesn't actually say that they do more damage. I'm assuming just the fact that they're spears means that they do more damage against cavalry, but it doesn't actually say that. However, they have expert charge defense. It increased against charging enemies, so they're going to be better when defending against chargers. But my axemen have that as well, so... Oh, the axemen capture faster, that's cool. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at this. What's this, a deer? Hello, little deer. Hello. Hello. What a good little deer. Oh, and you walk right through a wall. Okay. Because it is the cavalry that are going to cause problems, and the elite sword infantry as well. Hopefully, the majority of our archers can focus fire on the raw bodyguards. The axemen, I think, can do quite well. But if the cavalry I'm really concerned with, if we don't get rid of the cavalry, we're going to suffer. Alright. Let's get in position. Pretty good line, I like it. Let's do it. Wait, hang on. What's their line? Oh, hello. They're moving faster than I thought.
Our general is under attack.
Shit, these guys are on skirmish. Ah, fuck, I forgot to turn them off skirmish.
Spearmen! Shields up! They're charging us! Crush them! Archers!
Cool.
Let them!
Arrows have flied.
Thanks! Our foes will fall! Enemy charge! Thanks!
Here we go.
Where's the fight? Chosen by Odin.
Alright, they want to break the flanks, they can do that.
They flee before our might.
Okay.
Ready for war. General, good in the base.
Here we go.
Bring to us. Battle orders. Crush them. Battle awaits.
Please kill them. Kill the cavalry. They're coming back. Nice. Good shit. Nice. They are broken. Here we go. Nice, they're broken. You guys kill them. Try and kill as many archers as possible. Are there any large sections of open enemies? There are. Oi, go away. Cool, they've broken.
Archers to victory! Archers!
Can you please fire your arrows?
The battle is turning in our favor.
Shit.
With Saga behind us! Speed it up! Got them!
Damn it, gonna lose some archers unnecessarily here.
Up the pace, men! Axemen! Speed them!
There we go, they break. Good stuff.
Commandos! Aim and fire!
Alright, try and kill those archers, please.
Axemen! The foe is running away!
Nice, got him.
The enemy general is dead!
And there we go.
Bowmen! Axemen! Attack!
Alright, Axemen, chase him down, boys. There it is.
End them!
Good shit.
Chosen by Odin!
Good stuff, that's good stuff. Pretty good victory. Only a little bit of casualties, but that's alright. Get them, boys! Get back here. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, collapse on them good. Good stuff. And how many we'll get a good number of prisoners, I think. Oh, just fire on them. Go on, just fire on them. Boom! Just literally 40 arrows fired into their backs. Okay, so lost 197 men. That's fine. Pretty good. I did have 5 self-inflicted deaths. That always is very depressing. You can tell that because obviously they got 192 kills and I have 197 losses. Meaning 5 arrows did unfortunately find their marks on my allies. Gotta be careful with that, guys. Majority of the casualties on the Axemen. Looks like they did pretty well. Pretty happy with that. The archers did not get many kills. Their archers actually got as many kills as my archers did in total, which is a bit depressing, or near enough. I think the reason for that is the fact they were able to fire on our flanks. One of my general, unfortunately, did take a bit of a bad turn, and I think I exposed my flanks a bit too much to their archer units. This is why you need backup cavalry, guys, to be able to wipe out their archers. Or maybe what I should have done is sent, like, an Axeman unit to chase them down or something. But it's alright. It's fine. We wrecked them out. General's fine. A couple spearmen have lost. Really not a big deal. A couple archer casualties that I did not need to take from those few spearmen before they broke. They took me a few losses. You've got to be careful with that, you know. There's a lot of risk potential there. So we need to watch out and make sure you don't get rickety wrecked from that. But that's okay. Cool. It's only an 8-minute battle or anything like that. Battle of Dunelm. And that should be the rebels done. What can I do with them? Oh. They're not dead yet. Okay. So I can get 70 monies or I can get unit replenishment. I will get unit replenishment.
Hurry along.
Enemy killed in battle. Why are they still alive? Here, King Army. Want to watch. The world will rank you by deeds of your army. Giving them every chance to show your skill in battle or raids is a way to ensure your warriors speak well of you. And so when they have that... Oh, wow. So if the army are happy, I get upkeep cost reduction, recruitment cost reduction, and unit replenishment rates. So I definitely should have...
We'll see this through.
Damn, I definitely should have done that first then. I should have fought this battle first before I recruited anything. And we'll just auto-resolve this. Bow! Oh, an axe to the face. So mean. Bye. Cool. We will just ransom and release, I guess. Mission issued. We have heard rumors that the Kingdom of Northymbre is planning to subjugate their neighbors and then use their armies to invade our lands. We could severely disrupt their plans if we eliminate our rivals before they pull off this plan. Eliminate West Morningas. Your war further... Okay. Subjugate the neighbors. Okay. West Morningas and rebels succeeded. And go native. Here King English. If you're going to be the first of a great dynasty but long, remember we need to integrate yourself into the land to come to rule by might. The English are your people now. So, who is that? What's my mission for? Ah, West Morningas. Okay, that's fine. That's very doable. How many forces do they have? What's their strength rating?
I have received you.
They're quite small. Strength rating 50. That's fine. So I need to just invade those guys. Likely with this army themselves. That's fine. Head over to Catheta and then head over... It's going to take a little while to get there, of course. That's alright. Here we are. Although we could attack them with our main dudes, couldn't we? That might be a bit faster. It's a lot of turns to get all the way there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, 4 turns to get there. Tiresome, to say the least. But this way I could get to Manchester and hold them off really nicely. So that could work. That might be a good shout to try and move that and move all armies to the south. I think we can make that work. We can also upgrade Guthrid right now. He's a zealot, assertive, funny, energetic, and a warrior. Okay. And favored by the odds. Heroic. Something is definitely worth watching, this man. Gain from decisive victory when attacking a stronger target. Ah, cool. Command, zeal, and influence. Pretty good. So we can increase his command and melee skill level. Because command is obviously very useful. It increases bodyguard size, but also unit morale and extra rallying. And it gets a lot more valuable. Night battles level 4. And then, when's the next trait? And then finally, metal at level 10. Scribe, or even better, we could get Quartermaster for campaign movement range. Let's get Quartermaster. So now we can have just a little bit faster movement range. That'll be good. Okay, so our economy is still pretty poor. But we will move our armies over there and begin to wipe out these guys. They have a very small little army, so that's cool. So in the next episode, we're going to invade West Morningas and try and take their land from the north and the south. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. Let me know what you think of this series. If you want to see more Total War content on the channel, please do let me know in the comments. And of course, check out Patreon if you want to support me further as well. I was Aldrin, and I'll continue to be, and this has been Thrones of Britannia playing Northumbria. Bye-bye.